Killer who's been in prison for more than 30 years is now up for parole.
Warren Forrest was convicted of murdering a young Clark County woman in 1979. Well, today we talked to another woman who believes he also killed her sister. HARLAN talked with her about the questions that remain unanswered.
Because I remember our last conversation, and she was waiting for the school bus. It was really, really cold out.
The morning of December the 7th, 1971 is the last time that STARR LARA ever saw her big sister Jamie.
She came back in, and she said, I said, why are you back? And she said, it's so cold out, I don't think I can stand it much longer.
Investigators never charged Warren Forrest with Jamie's disappearance, but he was convicted of another murder and linked with the disappearance of several other young women whose remains have never been accounted for. Now, as Forrest awaits the outcome of his latest parole hearing more than 30 years later, STARR tells me she still wants to know what happened to her sister. STARR says that nothing will likely bring back the innocence lost here on that cold December morning back in 1971 to this Vancouver neighborhood. But she does say that having her sister's remains will help her with a sense of closure. And she says the one man who likely knows where those remains are, Warren Forrest, so far, has said absolutely nothing. It would mean something to be able to get those remains and bring them to a place, a family place.
Yeah, because it's always bothered me that he just threw her out somewhere.
Forcing the victim to undress, there was a struggle. During the struggle, I choked the victim to death.
In an audio recording of his parole hearing in February, Forrest recalled the details of crimes he's been convicted of and reiterated he's a different person than the person he was 40 years ago who committed the heinous crime. I asked STARR about forgiveness. She says she's forgiven Forrest for killing her sister.
But I do want to know how it happened that day. Where did he pick her up? You know, how did he pick her up?